The playoffs in assists behind some guys like Chris Paul, Darren Williams, and Steve Nash. But today he's been a scorer so far. Well, third quarter underway. West Ilgauskas comes up short. 3 starters for the Cavaliers haven't scored, including Ilgauskas, who's now 0 for 4.
That's really the reason why if you're LeBron James, you feel like you have to make every play and look to score.
Excellent ball movement, but Garnett can't get it to go down. When you look at Pierce and James, and we talk so much about their low shooting percentage, Jeff, do you think the fact that these guys have been guarding each other and doing it so hard with such intensity that it's taken away from their offensive games a bit? Or is that a cop-out?
It could be. No, it could be. But I think a lot to do with James plays with Ben Wallace, who is not an offensive threat, plus some other guys who are not shooting well. So he has to do so much to try to create his own shot. And then on the other end, Pierce has Rondo and Perkins, who are not adept at scoring the ball. So it puts a lot of pressure on those 2 guys.
Zerbiak picks up his 4th foul, trying to deny Ray Allen as we check in with Michelle DePoya.
Well, Mike, it did look like Paul Pierce tweaked his ankle when he took that hard foul late in the first half, but Celtics officials tell me he has a bruised left quadricep. He's obviously able to play. He came into this game with a sore left hip, so now that whole left side is somewhat problematic, but obviously he's out there, Mike.
Hey, I said ankle. Well, that was close. It's a quad.
Well, Coach makes a good point when you talk about Rondo and Perkins, but they're not liabilities offensively. Ben Wallace does not have to be defended. Perkins now is just roaming the whole area.
James drives down the other end and puts it in. Out of foul. Bad pass from Perkins on the offensive end led James to bring the Cavs within 8.
Good to be young. You talk about the size, the strength, active defensively, and then grown man move. Does not feel the contact, gets all the way to the cup.
And on that play, Rondo's got to put his body in front of the ball versus reach and grab.
Bennett Salvatore says it's going to be Cavs ball, so Garnett could not control the missed free throw. And another possession. James. Celtics have led the entire way. Biggest lead was 13. James steps back. Still hasn't hit a 3 in the games here in Boston as West knocks down the 3. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game.
Good patience by James. Could have lifted, instead waited, found the open man. West continued to trust his team.
Delonte West, just a scrappy player. Perkins able to hit. 8 points for Perkins.
No, that's my point. Rondo making a play for Perkins, so they're capable of scoring. On the other end, you don't have to defend Ben Wallace at all.
Ilgauskas. And he's fouled. Perkins now with 4 fouls.
Hello, Doc Rivers have to be upset. It's not about paying all attention to LeBron James, but look how open Delonte West is. This is just a practice shot all by yourself, no contest, too easy. And Doc Rivers saying, hey, guys, this is game 7.
It was not a shooting foul. It was before. Ilgauskas goes right back at Perkins, who with 4 fouls defends him well. Wallace kicks it out. Delonte West to James. James for 3. Won't go. West had it, lost it. Ilgauskas and a foul on Pierce. It's going to be his second. Celtics already with 3 team fouls, and we're 2.5 minutes into the period.
Eddie House still playing defense, even on the bench. Active, making noise, clapping, doing whatever it takes to disrupt LeBron.
Ilgauskas again. They're trying. And Mike Brown said we need to establish him a bit. They had in the past few games. And a travel. Picked up his pivot foot.
I don't know about you, Coach, but it's too late to try to establish Ilgauskas right now. The ball has to be in the hands of LeBron.
Yeah, every time they post him right now, to me, if you're the Celtics, you breathe a sigh of relief that number 23 isn't coming at you full steam ahead.
Stop calling him coach. He's a member of the media now.
No, if you're my coach and I respected you, you're coach for life. There's certain guys I call by their first name that I played for.
Wow. West all over Pierce, puts it up. And James comes flying in for the rebound.
Cleveland has a higher level of energy right now than the Celtics do.
That was not the case to start the first half. Right now the Cavs the more desperate team. Ilgauskas finally gets his first shot to go. And it's back to 5.
That's a much better play for Ilgauskas. It's not asking him to make a play on the block by himself, but it's off of somebody else facilitating the offense.
Pierce with the huge first half trying to take the ball out of his hands. Ray Allen puts it up. Won't go. Allen just 1 for 3 from the field. Has not had many opportunities. The Cavs defense on Ray Allen has been terrific. Ilgauskas again facing the basket, and it's a 3-point game. Timeout Boston. Big Z with a couple of big shots, and it's 52-49.
Well, 9-2 run for Cleveland to start. Pick and roll, a little slower rotations by Boston in this half. Just knocking that jumper in. 2 in a row for the Big Z.
Now backed it up with a big-time donation of his own.
$500,000, and he really does care. I mean, that a lot of athletes do things sometimes to get noticed. This guy cares, and particularly about his country. And I feel very, very badly for him right now and that country.
Right now, 8:03 remaining here in the third. Let's go to Michelle.
Well, during that last timeout, Doc Rivers really chastised his team. He said, every loose ball, they've got us. Every rebound, they've got us. Did you think you were going to walk into this second half and extend the lead? You're walking the ball up every single time. You gave up 2 wide-open threes. You cannot ease into this thing. You've got to be kidding me.
Pierce hits a 3. Big bucket. And, Jeff, you felt the same way. You can't believe the way the Celtics have come out here in the third.
It is perplexing that in this game you come out with so little energy to start a second half, but sometimes Lady Luck is on your side. Another poor offensive sequence somehow turns into a 3-point shot by Pierce.
Pierce with 29 points in 25 minutes. Delonte West, tough pass for Ilgauskas to catch, but he draws the foul. Doc Rivers arguing with Bennett Salvatore.
Well, again, a good play by Ray Allen, good deflection. Sometimes it's just not your night. Right into Pierce's shooting pocket, and he knocks another one in.
Ilgauskas a little shaken up on the play. Ilgauskas' first couple of games averaged over 20 a game, but since then has not been a part, only 8.5 points per game over the last 4. Andy Varejao doing something with, I guess, trying to get himself warmed up before he comes in, get the old stationary bike going. And Ilgauskas now at 6 points, all of them here in this third period, coming alive after a scoreless first half. Pierce around defenders, finds Rondo. Bad pass to Garnett. Garnett now drives inside, banks it in. Just his third field goal, but it puts the Celtics back up by 6. Delonte West might be the point guard, but LeBron James is doing all the ball handling from here on in. You can bet that. Shot clock down to 6. James. It's good. 27 for LeBron James.
It's incredible when great basketball players can make bad offensive sets look good.
And this is why Celtic fans were fearful of the Game 7 against the LeBron James as Pierce comes back because of what a superstar can do. But in their favor, Paul Pierce is playing like a superstar here this afternoon.